lights. I missed this background. I missed this. These people I missed. I missed y'all. Oh, y'all. Hey.
Well, Jailin, over here. One sec. Congrats on the win. We'll start with what you were saying. I guess how good does it feel to finally be back up there doing a post-fight scrum after a win?
It feels really, really good. It feels so good. Like, apart, separated from the fight, like these are the moments where I really just enjoy. Get to talk, get to speak, get to be asked questions. Not during the fight, not during fight week when I'm cutting weight and you guys, how are you feeling? I'm dying. Right now, where I'm elated and I'm on a good high and everything's great. Yes.
And can we, in terms of the actual fight, we spoke a little bit on Tuesday, and it was a lot of, leg kick talk and blocking his elbows and knees and everything. But like when you're in there fighting Edson and you kind of know what to expect, and you guys were both all bloodied up in there, what was that experience like in there firsthand?
It was a great experience. Yeah. It was a surreal experience. It was fun. I got to fight a legend of the game. I was watching Edson before I got to the UFC. So to go share the octagon with him was such an honor and a blessing.
And that cut that you cut him open with that standing elbow, you ever seen a cut that deep and that wide in a fight like that?
No. That was the quickest I've ever seen a cut bleed, and it was so cool. Like, I don't want to sound like crazy, but that was kind of cool. Like, dang, yeah.
Could this performance have gone any more perfect for you after your time away, and then to return, get a legend, get a performance like this in a moment that a lot of people have been talking about, and generally seem happy to see you back in the UFC?
I feel like the result, yes, like it played out very well, but also in my heart, like I know I'm a striker through and through, but man, I just wish I would have grappled him and just got a sub, like save him some damage, you know what I mean? Like, but it's what we signed up for. So.
And it looked like you guys were chatting for a bit after the fight. What was he saying? Well, I guess what were you saying to each other in there?
He was really praising God, praising the Lord, and he was happy that I stepped back in there with him, and ultimately that was the end goal for God's name to be glorified in the octagon. So. Yeah, that got done.
And I alluded to this earlier, but it seems like a lot of fans, and I'm sure people around the UFC, were very happy to see you back in this sport. So did you feel that love when you announced you were coming back, and then when you finally touched down for Fight Week, did it just feel like, oh, I never left, or did it feel a little different?
It didn't feel like I left, but it wasn't just because of fans. It just felt like I didn't leave. I just felt like I took a break. It was like a mental reset. Because had I not retired, I still would have been fighting around this time frame anyway. But it just all came full circle in just an amazing way. Just restoration. I retired. I came back. I'm victorious. I cried in there. I cried in there again. It was like on a victory.
And we talked a little bit about it Tuesday. I guess, what was your layoff like? You talked a lot about your pivot towards your faith a lot more. Can you for those that don't know, what was the last few months like for you?
It was really seeking God. It was really being in purity, being in a relationship with God, being in the church, serving. I've been with the Way LA. I've been hitting the streets, praying for people. I came out to the strip, prayed for people. I've never done anything like that in my life. I never thought I would be the fighter to praise their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ after a win. I used to think that was cringy, and I was like, why would you do that? And now I really truly understand like what the love of Christ is. And he sought after me, and I'm seeking after him. So now I'm glorifying him through everything that he got me through. And that's been the biggest thing. That's been the biggest thing. Getting back right with my family, getting back right with God, and just spreading the message.
And what do you want your UFC career to look like moving forward, or now that you have kind of this new direction in life?
I'm enjoying every fight, every moment. One fight at a time, one moment at a time. I am excited to see how much further I can get into this career and this division with the relationship with God now. So I guess I'll leave that as the answer.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Jailin over here. Congrats on the win. You know, you've inspired a lot of fighters in coming back the right way, being in the proper headspace. Has anybody asked you for advice on the journey back?
Honestly, no. No. I actually sought out a lot of help from Cub Swanson. You know, he helped me. He told me, hey, you know, when you sign up for this, all those nerves are gonna come back, all those feelings are gonna come back, but you know, you go in there, you get one win, and you change the tide of everything. I said, okay. So he was a big support, like on the back end of things, as far as fighters went.
And one more from me. I know after you shortly retired, you went to corner Ian Garry in one of his fights in April. What was that experience like, and what did you learn from someone like him?
Man, now I forgot about that. That one, that's a good one too. So when I went to go help Ian Garry, it was it was it was so good. You know, it was so good. Like being around his family, being around his team, feeling the love that was radiating from everybody. Like he was driving. I don't drive during fight week. I say, hey coach, you drive me. I can't even gather a sentence sometimes. So he was driving, like doing all this stuff and just having a blast. Like his son was awesome, and it just it just showed me a light. It really showed me a light, and they really told me like I should just you know, just put away all the distractions because I'm too talented and too good to hang it up now. Everybody kept saying that, and I was like, I don't want to fight. And I felt so much more at peace when I was in his corner and I was watching him fight. I said, I definitely don't want to fight again. I was like, I'm okay. Like, yeah, y'all do that. And lo and behold, after that, I got back in the gym. I just started training. It's like, I'm gonna just start training and help the guys around me, and and yeah, that was a big pivotal moment actually.
Congrats on the win, and congrats on finding the joy.
Thank you.
Well done tonight, sir, with the work. You mentioned having that faith, or always having it, maybe you know reinventing it, or really solidifying it. But here, where it could have ended, we're right back to the scene of the crime. How meaningful is it to exercise these demons here, and start that 2.0, if you will?
So I wasn't always in the faith. It really I really didn't get deep into my faith until like this last year. Honestly, it didn't even kickstart until my retirement. That's when I really was like, okay, I'm not playing, tiptoeing around. Like I'm really like in the church, like doing work for the Lord. Like I'm not sinning. I've been celibate, like everything, like the whole nine, like Jesus freak, right? Yeah, I've been doing that, and it's just helped so much. It's exercise all those demons, literally, getting all of it out and walking in holiness and purity in everything that I do, repenting from my sins and just continue to just seek the Lord. It's helped me so much, and it can help anyone. It can help anyone because that's what it's for ultimately. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jesus. I would not be fighting again if that didn't happen. I hung it up and I was standing on it. I didn't want to come back. And when I prayed, I'll tell you guys this. I prayed. I said, Lord, where do you want me to go? I said, what door do you want to open for me? Because I don't want to fight anymore. I said, open anything. He was like, well, you could go do this. You can go coach here. You got other opportunities. You can do other things that you want. You have free will. But he said, I want you here. And I was like, are you sure? He said, yeah, I want you here. I was like, nah, but I said I want to do something else. I want you here. And when he told me that, I was like, all right. Prayed a few days later. He said, you're going to come back and you're going to fight a legend. I had no idea it would be Edson Barboza because he was fighting at 45. Didn't even think about it. One day, my manager calls me. Hey, yeah, we're gonna end the year off with a bang. Like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a fight soon. I was like, all right, like let's see. Literally a few hours later, he calls me. What do you think about fighting Edson Barboza? I said, done. Done. That was God. There's no other way to explain that besides God. Talked to Edson after. He said, I'm happy God got glorified after this fight. Like that's all I wanted. And you know, you can't make these things up, you know. But if I sit here and explain all these things, people are gonna start thinking you're crazy, and it's like, nah, I just, you know. But that's what it was. That's what it was. It's all by God. It's all through God, because if I didn't want to come back, and I didn't make any plans like, oh, I need this to happen or this to happen. He said, this is what's going to happen. That was it.
Thank you, sir. That's beautiful. And last for me, what changes going forward? I don't want to ask you like, oh, are you back to the gym on Monday and that cliche response? What changes now? What happens now?
I gotta get this healed up, wait for this toe to get right, and then
It broken?
I think it's broken. They stitched it up. I had a little split, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. When they was trying to numb me, I was like, ooh. I was like, I don't want this. So I'm gonna let this heal and probably get an X-ray, see if it's broken or not. And then after that, I'm back in the gym. We're back to it. You know, I'm gonna help my church, help them grow, and you're gonna continue to just see me trying to do good things for the Lord. You know, and yeah, that's it. That's the game plan. Keep fighting. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm not retiring. I think I got a few more years in me. So I just turned 30. So they say it's when you hit your prime. So let's see.
Thank you, sir. God bless. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank you. My birthday's in May.
You just turned 30. You say you just turned 30.
Yeah, in May. Thank you. That's it.